I'm going in this beautiful Porsche right now. I cannot believe this right now. This is incredible. Feels like you're part of history when you're driving on here, especially when you got to do a longer piece of the run where you're doing multiple laps. I only did maybe like, I don't know, 10 minutes. I can't imagine what 12 hours might be like, but it is incredible driving out here. It is so much fun. I feel honored and blessed to be able to do something like this. So we're here right now at the Sebring 12-hour race, and it's actually going on right now. You can hear it behind me, you can see it even, and I'm actually with the engineer that developed the PS4S and a lot of other tires actually. So it's kind of an honor to be with you, with Eric Schmedding, and I've actually got to meet him before, and this is a time where I get to ask you some questions. A lot of our YouTube viewers that were asking these questions, and we really wanted to get some technical information, and we didn't know who to go to except the guy who developed it.
Awesome, man. Glad
cool.
to be here.
So, I mean, the first question was, how were you able to improve on the PSS, the Pilot Super Sport, so much? And what was it? What made you guys do it? Was it the customer feedback, in-house testing? Why did you even do so?
So Pilot Super Sport's been around for a while, but it's been the class leader in wet and dry traction. It's kind of the benchmark UHP tire out in the market today. We knew that. We've stayed on top for all this time, but the competition gets better and better. So we just wanted to take what we learned from that tire and just evolve it more. So what we did was really just improve the wet traction, the dry traction, and even improved wear a little bit. So we just took everything about the PSS and just made it a little bit better.
Wow. So when you were designing the max performance summer tire like the PS4S, what are some of the trade-offs or compromises you have to balance with? What are your priorities? What are the toughest challenges you have to go through?
So there was a lot of research done in compounding. The rubber compounds used in the tire are all new. When you design a tire, if you want to get more dry traction, a lot of times you have to give something else up. You're either going to give up wet traction because you give up some rain grooves, or you change the compound where it's really good and dry but not wet, or vice versa, where you have a great rain tire but not so good on dry track. Right. Breaking those compromises is the real challenge. And we do part of that through the construction of the tire, but a big part of it again is the compounding that we have. And we have some really smart folks in both in France and in the U.S.
So in the engineering lab with the actual chemicals?
Correct.
Interesting. So if the PS4S is a replacement of the PSS,
yes,
what is the relationship between the PS4S and the PS4?
That's a very good question. It's very confusing, and I know a lot of people want to know about that.
Everyone's been asking.
Yes. So the PS4 came out right around the same time as the PS4S. The difference is the PS4 was oriented a little more towards the European market.
Okay.
So it's a little more wet oriented, a little less dry oriented, and it's also really targeted towards OE manufacturers. So it provides a little lower rolling resistance. So manufacturers are always trying to improve that because that improves their fuel economy, and also they have CO2 emissions targets and things like that to meet for worldwide, really, just for global standards. So the PS4 maintains really high levels of performance, especially in wet. Still does very well in dry, and also gives good rolling resistance for the OE manufacturers, which is very important.
Cool. Where do you see the future of the max performance summer tires? Where do you see that going?
We see that there's a big challenge right now, and with auto manufacturers, it's all about these lap times. Lightning Lap at VIR or Laguna Seca or the Nürburgring. They're all trying to lay down these really fast lap times. In order to do that, you have to have the max drive. I mean, your tires are getting really close to what's running out here today, as far as in terms of grip. I mean, so in order to do that and still maintain adequate wet traction and the normal everyday type of usage has been a real challenge. But we do see a push for manufacturers to have more and more dry traction just to get those lap times.
Just to get the lap time. Do you think there will ever be a day when there's a tire that in all situations, dry, wet, snow, maybe added benefits of extended tread wear? Is that even possible to do something like this? Do you think it would be a day of a compound like this?
So yeah, we constantly work to make improvements. And like I said, going from the PSS to the PS4S, we were able to improve both the wet and the dry at the same time, which is unusual. Usually you can do one or the other and you're giving something up, but we're able to do both. So we're able to break the compromise. We will continue to do that in our development. But we will not give up wet traction, even if they're not asking for it. We still have, it still says Michelin on the side of the tire, and we're going to have that tire performing all.
And it's a great tire. I know you've been at Le Mans twice. You work with a lot of these tires constantly.
Yep. Yeah, every GT Le Mans class car that's out here today, each one of those teams has a Michelin engineer embedded on that team. They're in the pits right now. And most of those people on those teams are engineers from our R&D center. So they work directly with designing tires, and the guy that works on the Corvette team for the race car also designs the tires for the street car on the Corvette. Same is true for the Ford GT. He works on the race team here, and he also designs the GT street tires.
So they're taking all that information and the feedback.
Exactly. We take everything we learn from the track and bring it back and try to make a better tire and make us better tire designers. And there's no faster feedback than what you can get on a track like this, and no more punishing environment than this.
Especially here at Sebring, 12 hours. I mean, it's
12 hours.
Or Le Mans.
Le Mans. Yeah. These endurance races, you get huge temperature swings. You can have all sorts of vehicle condition changes, and just the punishment that these things take. And we get instant feedback, and it's really we treat it almost like our own private lab.
Last question.
Yes.
What is your favorite memory here at Sebring? What's been your favorite memory?
So Sebring is an awesome race environment for folks that haven't been there. It's a pretty big party atmosphere, and we love watching these cars, we love the tires, love watching racing. But the enthusiasm of this crowd is pretty intense, and if anybody's gone back to Green Park, and I took a stroll through there last night after we finished up, and the crowd here, the cows and the people dressed up, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, there's some guys dressed up as cows, and I think I ran into people dressed up as bunnies.
And some of it's R-rated, but it's excellent. It's a really good time here. It's a great environment. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Oh my God, that thing it was crazy. I've never seen a car stay so planted like that. It was incredible, amazing. I can't believe these guys get to do this as a job. I mean, wow. I'm feeling adrenaline. Everything is going. I cannot believe how amazing. Like, your life is on those tires, but man, that was incredible.